I'm often asked, what is the difference between classical music and other types of music? And one way to look at it is to say that classical music is an exact music. And by that I mean that when a performer is performing or playing a piece of classical music, it is expected that the performer will follow what the composer, the person who wrote the music, indicated in the musical score. So not only the notes and the rhythm can't be changed, but the instrumentation, so if it was written for piano, which should continue to be written for piano, and some of the musical terms we've talked about in previous videos, there are symbols for them, like the P over here stands for piano, or to play it quietly, and the F over here stands for forte, or to play it loudly. And so we're expected to follow those indications in the musical score. Now, the question might be, so does that mean that everybody plays a piece of classical music exactly the same way? Well, no, not at all, because we bring our interpretation, our expression to it. Let me give you a quick example. This is just the opening of a piece by Frédéric Chopin. It's called Waltz in C sharp minor. And I'm going to play it first kind of stiffly with no expression. Goes on from there. And I played it rather strictly in tempo, with no timing and no breath. That's exactly how it was written, but a good performer brings some expression to it. So now I'm going to play it with some more expression. You may notice that I take a lot of time in some places and kind of move things along in others. So that's one way that we interpret music, and everybody would play a piece differently. Now, in music that's not classical, it's a little bit different. You have a lot more freedom to play it almost any way you like. So I'm going to give an example by one of my favorite American composers named George Gershwin. He wrote both classical music and non-classical jazz music. And this is one of his jazz tunes. It's called Swonderful, and it was originally written for voice. So a singer should sing it with wonderful words. But if I were just playing it on the piano, I could just play it kind of simply. Oh, first, here's the tune. Very simple tune. So I could just add some harmony to it, very simply. The melody alone. Or I could play it a little faster, a little jazzier. And now I'm going to play the whole tune. It's about a minute long. This is Gershwin's own arrangement of that same tune. It's wonderful. You'll hear how it's a little lilting and expressive and oh so beautiful. If you like that tune, "Swonderful" by Gershwin, I'm sure you can find many, many different versions that might be very interesting to compare and contrast on YouTube. See you next time.